Miracle.
There we go. All right. Welcome back. We are here with Chris, Glassy, and Empty Chair. So Larissa's back with us, giving us a try tonight. All right. So we are doing part B of lesson 55.
55.
Chris.
Yeah.
How would you ask Glassy como eu chego na farmácia? Como eu chego na farmácia?
Glass, do you know where the drugstore is?
Is that the question?
It's a question. It's a question.
No, it's a question. You asked the question, but that wasn't the question I gave you. Como eu chego?
Okay. Do you know?
Not onde fica, but como eu chego na farmácia?
Glassy, my friend, my dear friend, how I'm gonna go to the drugstore?
Close.
Oh, how I'm gonna go to the? I'd like to know where the address of that drugstore.
Okay, so let's go one by one here. So first, when you say when, what was it? First you said when I'm gonna, where I'm gonna go to the drugstore. Was that it? Where, if you're gonna ask that way, it's got to be, am I gonna go? Right? It's a question. It's got to be, am I gonna go, and not I'm gonna go.
Okay, am I gonna go? Am I gonna go?
But that question is not exactly como eu chego. What chegar? What's the verb for chegar?
Chegar?
Yeah.
Get, maybe.
Okay. Maybe. Get. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so let's use get.
Okay. It could be others, but get, it's
the most common.
Get works.
Yeah. Get works. Get works the best, actually.
Okay. How I get there? I'm gonna get there.
Okay, but the same thing. How I'm gonna get.
How I'm gonna get.
That's not a question. It's supposed to be a question.
Okay. How am I? Okay. How am I gonna get at the Walgreens?
Okay.
Walmart.
That's close. That's very close. But remember, what's the preposition here? We're in movement,
at,
right?
At.
No, not movement. At is not movement.
Sorry, two.
Yes.
Para. Two.
Okay, let's go one more time with the full sentence.
Where am I gonna go?
Nope.
To? Where am I go? Sorry. How am I gonna get to the drugstore?
How am I gonna get to the drugstore? Okay, that works. Glass.
Mas como você perguntaria pode ser com can, daí não fica ruim, mal educado, né?
Yeah, how can I get to the drugstore? Yeah,
no,
that's
how can I get?
Yeah, right. How can I get to the drugstore? That's how most people would yeah. So you could say, how do I get to the drugstore? Or how can I get to the drugstore? Either one. They're sometimes can actually seems a little bit lighter, a little bit friendlier. Works with me. Huh?
May I have the drugstore address?
Okay, the drugstore's address, or the address of the drugstore.
Please.
Yeah, so which is different, right? If you have the address, that's not, because if I ask how do I get to the drugstore, then you go, you give me directions. If I ask for the address, then you give me the address, but you don't help me get there. So there's a little bit of a difference there when you're asking for directions. Is there a way to use may to ask how to get to the drugstore? Okay, there is. Go ahead, Chris. Let's do it then.
Okay. It's enough. Yeah. Are you asking me, Sam? Are you asking me?
I'm asking if we can use may to ask how we can get to the drugstore.
Okay. Willy, may I have the drugstore address?
But that's not, remember, those are two different questions. Of how to get there is one thing. The address is different.
One question is about direction, and another one is about address. It's so different.
The address.
The address. Okay.
Yeah. So my question is, can we use may?
May I have the directions?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
May I have the directions? Yes.
May I have the directions of the drugstore
directions,
nearby?
movement, directions.
Okay. Direction to Walgreens nearby.
In this case, it would be to a Walgreens nearby, right? Para porque é qualquer, so it's any,
perto,
so
okay.
in the article. Yep. Good. Glass. Ask, a farmácia fica para lá? Ou por aí?
Is the pharmacy por aí? Round, sei lá. Ai, que coisa, professor, não sei.
Yes, you do. You said it last time.
You know, my friend.
Fica para lá?
I know you know.
Yep. The whole sentence?
Ah, professor, não coisa. Is the pharmacy that way?
Sure, that works.
Okay.
Good.
Você viu?
Eu falaria assim também.
Falar uma coisinha, é horrível, nossa.
No, that was good. I don't know why it was horrível, because it was good. Larissa.
Horrible.
How would you ask? Yes. How would you ask your friend, você poderia dirigir mais devagar?
For who?
For Larissa.
Me?
Larissa.
Ok.
A coisa sobre Chris, ela não tem nenhum problema em responder tudo, então já tá pronto. Para mim?
Responder.
For me?
Would you drive more slow or slowly?
Which one, slow or slowly?
Slowly.
Slowly, why?
I don't know.
Good. I mean, you don't have to know, right?
It's an adverb.
That's the whole point.
Vagarosamente.
That's the whole point, is that you don't have to know why, as long as you know that what's correct. We don't have to, like, if I know how to use mais que perfeito in Portuguese, then that's better than knowing that mais que perfeito is blah, 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 if I just know how to use it. Yes. So like Chris said, you use the adverb. ly are the regular adverbs end in ly. What are, somebody give me an irregular adverb. Irregular adverb. Anybody know? What's that?
Drive.
Drive's a verb, actually, not an adverb.
Adverb.
Adverb, yeah, irregular adverb, but it is an irregular verb. Yes, drive is an irregular verb.
Entendi que era verbo. Okay.
Friendly.
Sorry?
Friendly.
Friendly ends in ly. It is a regular adverb.
Então, friendly. No?
Friendly is regular, not irregular.
It's regular.
Also, friendly isn't an adverb. Friendly is an adjective.
Slowly, it is regular or irregular?
That's my question to you. I'll put that question back to you. Is it regular or irregular? How do we know?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. What?
Regular adverbs end in ly.
What? Sorry. Okay. Excuse me. What's the difference between regular and irregular adverb?
That's the question. That's the question that I'm asking. That's the question that I'm asking. And as I said, regular adverbs end in ly. Okay, so slowly, quickly, loudly. What's that?
No, bad.
Why?
That's a bad.
Why they are irregular? Why?
Because they don't end in ly. Regular adverbs end in ly. Irregular adverbs don't end in ly.
O bad tem que ser worst. No.
Bad, that's an example. Bad is worse.
Mas existe
right?
badly?
No, worse. That's what I'm saying. Bad is an example of an irregular. Okay. Bad. So let's look at badly. Badly is interesting.
Better. No.
Hold on. Let me speak. All right. So
Okay.
let's look first, because I don't want to get things too crazy here. But if we look at bad, if I say you play bad, it's incorrect. Some people say that, but it's incorrect. You play bad. You play
Badly.
well,
Sorry.
yeah. Hold on. What
Badly.
the problem with badly is it's used to say an amount of desire. Okay. So when you go bad to worse, what is bad to worse, Glass? Because you said bad and then worse. What is worse?
Pior, né?
Pior. Yes. Okay. So then we're going comparative. So we went in a different direction. If you go bad to worse, it is an irregular when we talk about the comparatives, right? Bad, worse, good,
Better.
better, right? Okay, so because the regulars either have ER or they have more, right? So we have tall, taller, fat, fatter, short, shorter, expensive, more expensive. So the regular comparatives go ER at the end, or they go more. So these are irregular, but they're comparatives. They're not what we're talking about right here with adverbs. Okay. Now, the thing with bad is most people say you play bad. I play bad. Most people say I play bad because badly we usually use when we talk about an amount, like a lot. Okay, I want to go badly. It means I really want to go. Okay, so even though technically it should be badly when we say how you play, we use it in another way. So technically it is like an irregular adverb. So the way that we use it, yes, you're right. It is, we do use it as an irregular adverb. Anybody know any other examples of irregular adverbs?
Often. No. Often.
Often is when we're
Often.
talking about frequency. Adverb, it's an adverb of frequency.
Okay.
So here we're talking more about the adverbs that describe specifically how we do things, right? Not how often we do things, not frequency.
Poorly.
Poorly? Yes. So poorly is what we usually use, except that it ends up being more formal. But yes, poorly is what is a more formal way to say badly. Most if I were to write an article or something, I would use poorly. Very good. Now, when we talk about, look at this one. Is fast an adjective or an adverb?
Depends on the context.
Thank you. It is. That's a trick question.
Okay.
Fast is an adjective. It's also used as an adverb and an irregular adverb. So you can say I drive fast. He drives fast, because it is an irregular adverb. So we have fast.
It's a fast car.
But it's a fast car, then it's an adjective.
Okay.
Exactly. Yep. So it's a fast car that drives fast. Normally it would be like it's a slow car that drives slowly.
Okay.
Right? Or it's an old car, or it's a bad car that drives poorly. Right? So usually we switch from the adjective to the adverb, but fast is an example of an irregular. All right. Chris. So she said slowly, right? Can you drive So what was your Larissa? Can you go
Would
back
you
to
like, would you drive? She said, would you drive slowly?
okay?
That
So
was
would
the
you?
question.
Well, it was mais devagar. So I think she said more slowly, right? Larissa, did you say more slowly? Is that what?
No, I didn't remember.
Larissa?
Ela falou.
It's the same question.
Yeah. So what was your answer when I said você poderia dirigir mais devagar?
Would you drive slowly?
Okay. So what's the difference between slowly and more slowly, Larissa?
Or could you drive more slowly?
What's the difference?
More slowly, more slow. The person is driving slow.
Okay, good. Okay, but not
But
more
another
slow.
person is more slow.
But not more slow. Remember, because we're talking about how you drive, it has to be the adverb, so it has to be slowly. So more slowly. Okay. So more slowly is one way. Chris, do you remember the other way that you can ask someone to ir mais vagarosamente? Can you drive?
Could you drive? Let me see. Could you drive? I don't know. I don't remember now.
Glass, you remember? What is the comparative of slow?
Okay. It's slower.
Slower, yeah.
Okay.
Slower.
Could you drive slower?
Because we're comparing how fast you're driving now with how fast I want you to drive. That's comparison. We can use slower. I prefer adverbs. I think adverbs sound better, but a lot of people say, can you drive slower? Most people would say that actually. Can you drive slower?
When I put slower,
Uh-huh.
I have to put them something.
Okay, good question. If I say it, I have to, but if it is understood, if I say, can you drive slower? It's understood. I'm saying slower than you are now.
And something.
It doesn't have to, I don't have to say slower than you are driving now. If I just say slower, it's understood that I'm talking about slower than right now. Same thing, faster.
Right.
Can you drive faster? I don't have to say faster than you are driving right now because it's understood. Good question.
Okay.
If I do though, anytime that I say the thing, then I do have to say than, right? Faster than me, faster than you, slower than you. If I say the thing, then I have to have than. But if it's understood, then I don't need than or the rest.
Sim.
That's a good question.
Porque como é que é? Redundante, que é?
Redundant? Redundant?
Redundant. Não sei falar isso.
Redundant, yes. Glassie's favorite word in Portuguese.
Willy, mas sempre fica subentendido? Essa frase sempre fica subentendida?
I never say always.
Slower.
I always say,
Fica
if I say slower,
eu não preciso dizer a frase toda, é isso?
Only if there's...
Then you are driving now.
Only if there's a question. Only if there's any kind of ambiguity, then I would need to say it. I would say you should say it if there's any possibility. If I just say, if we're driving, like, remember what was the situation from last class? The situation is the person's driving, we're looking for an address, right?
Okay.
So if I say, can you drive slower? It's obvious inside of the context of what I'm asking for. So there you would never have to. But I would say if there is some kind of ambiguity regarding what I'm talking about, then it would be better to make sure, obviously. But in most cases, you won't need to. Most cases,
which is better? Which better in that context? Which better?
Of the two sentences, I prefer
slower, slowly.
I prefer more slow. I prefer more slowly because I think stylistically it sounds better. I think adverbs sound better than comparative, but that's just a stylistic thing. So, I would tell if I was tutoring a student who is a university student and they're writing a paper, I would tell them to use adverbs instead because stylistically, it seems to me that they sound better. They sound more polished than comparatives.
Okay.
Glass, How would you ask? Você pode dirigir um pouco mais devagar?
Can you drive? Um pouco, né? Ai, essa cadeira vai para trás, gente, eu esqueço. Não, eu esqueci.
Don't fall.
Não, eu quase caí para trás. Não, é que compraram umas cadeiras novas aqui e ela vai para trás. Ah, agora eu esqueci. Peraí, não. É um pouco. Little pode ser. Não.
Amiga, advance. Come on.
Little. Não, more. Não, peraí. Um pouco mais devagar. Ah, sei lá. O que você usa aqui? Não sei mesmo.
Claro que sabe.
Ah, não, eu não sei.
Já falou?
A little não é. A little more slowly. Não tem como.
There you go. Yes.
Okay.
A little
works. That works.
A little more slowly or a little slower. Either one.
Okay.
Yep.
Advanced. You work.
Larissa, how would you say muito mais devagar ou muito mais vagarosamente?
Much more slow.
Close. Much more slowly.
Slowly.
Much more slowly.
Much
Good.
more slowly.
Good. Much more slowly. Now, who can tell me? Can you say much more slower?
Falando comigo, Titi?
Não
Anybody? Can you? Why not? Why can't you say?
Já é mais.
Exactly. Very good. Seria muito mais vagarosamente, right? Mais duas vezes. Se você falar more
seria
slower.
redundante.
It would be redundante. Dante é nosso gato. Nosso gato tem o nome de
tudo com
Dante.
D de dado. Redundante.
Redundante. Daí Dante é nosso gato. All right. É mesmo o nome de nosso gato é Dante.
Really?
Yes. Chris.
Uma pergunta, really?
O que, amiga?
Eu tenho que...
Eu que ele estivesse perguntando. Really? Vai, come on, really.
Chris, eu tenho que olhar os endereços.
I have to see the address.
Okay, I have to see the address, but remember the idea of procurar ver. When we
então I have to find the address.
Okay, find works. It's a synonym in this situation, but how would you say olhar?
Olhar ou procurar?
Em português,
começando olhar.
I have to see the address. But in English, yes. I don't know if it works.
If it works.
If it works.
You can use see. It's not what we would use the most. Remember, when we talk about things that we see, é ver. Geralmente a ideia é sem esforço. Larissa, have to look
up. Look up.
I'm look for.
What does to look up mean?
Look for.
Wait. One at a time. One at a time. Larissa said to look up. Wait, let's go back, Larissa, to look up. What is to look up?
For me?
Pesquisar,
Larissa é Larissa. Larissa é
Larissa. Que a gente já sabe onde
Chris, hold on. Okay. So Larissa é Larissa. Eu chamo ela de Larissa.
Ok, Larissa.
Só agora que eu dei por conta que Chris e Larissa parecem a mesma coisa. Eu vou ter que achar outra coisa.
Não, tudo bem. Okay.
So procurar em livro
ou dicionário.
Ou online. Livro sendo dicionário, sendo enciclopédia ou qualquer coisa assim. Or online. So that's to look up. Ou literalmente olhar para cima. Aquele filme que saiu agora, onde tem...
Não olhe para cima.
Não olhe para cima. Em inglês é don't look up. Right? Porque eles estão falando literalmente de olhar para cima. Okay? So tem essas duas possibilidades. Ok. So, now... Larissa, what did you say after to look up?
Look for.
Okay, so look for and olhar would be look at. Yes, so remember, olhar, we use look and then the adjective at. Okay. So whenever we have olhar, well, not whenever.
But where?
I can.
In
Huh?
the guide, where?
Well, the person, if we're driving in a car, I ask you to drive slower so that I can look at the addresses, on the buildings.
Ah, okay, okay. Maybe
Okay.
on outdoor billboard.
No, not
Maybe
billboard,
no?
on the buildings,
Buildings,
on the
okay.
houses. So
Okay.
in the United States, the houses usually have numbers on them. The
Okay.
buildings usually have numbers on them. So that's the situation. Now, if we have to look for, yes, that is procurar, which you could also use in this situation. It wasn't the sentence that I gave, but eu preciso procurar ou eu preciso olhar os endereços. Então, olhar os endereços que estão ali ou procurar o endereço que é o endereço que eu estou indo atrás. Okay? So depending on the situation, we can use one or the other.
So it should be to look at or to look for, depends on the context, okay?
Yes.
That I was saying.
Só look não pode. Não, tô brincando.
Yeah, so yeah, well, you could say I need to look, right? As long as you
Okay.
don't say what it is. It's like, remember, listen, what's the listen and hear. When I say listen, give me a sentence with listen.
Listen.
Listen to me.
Listen to me.
Listen.
Exactly. I like to listen. Can I say, eu gosto de escutar música. I like to listen music. Yes or no?
No.
Listen
No.
I
Listen
like to
to.
listen
Just
to
like
the
just
music.
like look at. I can't say I like to look at pretty ladies, right? I like to look at. If I say the thing, it has to be at. I can't say I like to look pretty ladies because but we can get into look like looky, right? How do you like my look? Right? How do you
Oh
like-
my goodness. I'm
how do you like
sorry.
my hair,
Pode usar
right?
também.
So if we don't use the preposition, we lose that sense of the verb, just like, so look at and listen to.
Tem look over também. Exame. Professor, vocês não usam, né? Eu preciso examinar alguma coisinha. É muito chique isso,
Sure.
né?
Yeah, it's more technical, it's more formal. Yes, look
Sim.
over. I need to look over the paperwork is a very common
Look over,
tá.
examinar. Look
examinar,
over.
but it's more business.
Analyze.
It's more business terminology, but it's an excellent phrasal verb for business terminology. Yes.
I
Yeah.
always look over several things during the day.
Okay, good. That's good. So
Pode dizer,
I think
como é que é a agenda em inglês? Schedule. Não, schedule.
look over my schedule.
Schedule.
Perfect. That's
Schedule.
perfect. That's fantastic.
Yes,
So
we are fancy.
yes, you are. I think I need to do a video about all of the phrasal verbs with look, because there are so many phrasal verbs with look
Okay,
that are
a
very,
great
very,
tip.
very useful. Chris, how would you say? Me desculpe, mas não posso dirigir devagar aqui.
Larissa, my friend, sorry, but I can't drive slowly here.
Good. Glass, porque tem outros carros atrás de nós.
Because there are não sei como é que usa others, cars, não. Others, não sei, others, porque another é um só.
Okay, good.
Ou não é nenhum.
But other is describing cars, so it's an adjective, so no S, just other cars.
Other cars.
Mm-hmm. And then
Because
atrás de nós?
No, behind, no. No.
No, yes, no, yeah.
Não sei.
Yes, behind. That's good. Behind. Very good.
how? It was the whole
How?
sentence. How?
Ah, não, amiga, professor.
Come on. I
Let's go,
forget.
Glass.
I forgot.
Porque tem outros carros atrás de nós.
Because there was what, Glass?
Not there was, there are. Porque tem.
There are.
Other
What?
cars. Por que não sem plural esse other?
Okay.
Tipo,
There are,
How do you say dois carros vermelhos? Two red cars?
não.
No. Por que não?
Tá
Se é,
certo.
se é carros
two red,
vermelhos.
Desculpa.
two red cars.
Two red cars, right? So other is describing the cars. So two, I added two now, but there are other cars behind us. If there were two, it would be two other cars behind us.
Other, just other.
Just other.
Without
So
S in the end, other.
no
Because
S on
there
other.
are other cars behind me. Ok.
Yes. Now,
Larissa, eu
what
sou
about-
meio esquisita, tá?
Larissa,
I'm
how would
here.
you say? Larissa, how would you say? Larissa, sorry. Larissa, how would you say tem outro carro atrás de nós?
There are another car behind us.
How many cars behind us?
One.
One. So is R for singular or plural?
Singular.
R is for singular? Oh, só se for you.
There are other car.
No, so if it's a singular, now I are, que é terceira pessoa singular.
Sorry, there is. I'm sorry, there is.
You've been
another car
away.
behind.
You've been away for a little while. That's understandable. That's forgivable.
I
Yes,
was
there is.
induced for the.
You were induced? Somebody told.
Larissa,
Okay.
eu já fui casada com homem, com mulher, com um monte de coisa. Até aprender.
Yeah. Aqui na aula, ela quer
Aqui
dizer.
na
Não,
aula,
não de
aqui na
verdade.
aula.
Ah.
Casada com homem,
Larissa,
com mulher.
a cara da Larissa. Chris simplesmente fala, eu já fui casado com mulher.
Não, é porque a gente fala errado. Então, quantas
Jesus,
vezes eu
peguei
vou
por
falar
cima,
assim,
mas não-
assim,
Não,
porque
exatamente.
no
A
Brasil eu
Larissa
falo
também
assim,
achou que
nesse
estava falando
sentido,
sério.
né? O Paulo muitas
Ah.
vezes é Paula.
Chris, how would you say tem ou outro carro atrás de nós?
Tem.
Ou outro carro atrás de nós. So, tem dois
Okay,
carros.
there is-
E ou outro carro está atrás de nós.
Tem outro carro atrás de nós?
Now, let's change it to ou outro carro está atrás de nós. Ou outro carro. Estamos indo em dois
Ou
carros.
outro.
Yes.
Ok. The other car is behind us.
Perfect. Yes. So the other car is where we use other. If we say outro carro, Glass, how do you say outro carro está atrás de nós?
Other. Não. Other. Só. Another. Não sei.
Another, yes. Se
Eu
for
falei another.
outro.
Você escutou? Você falou não.
Another one is behind us.
Another, okay, that was my bad then. Another car is behind us. So another, outro ou uma outra. The other, o outro ou a outra. Others when it's plural.
Ok.
Other, if we use cars, right? Other cars are behind us, then it would be other. If we say os outros estão atrás de nós, daí fica the others, se nós não falarmos o que é.
The others are behind us.
The others are behind us, os outros. Agora, se eu falar as outras pessoas, eu tiro o S, porque daí fica adjetivo. The other people or the others. Então, tem essa mudança se você colocar o
O
substantivo.
pronome others, ele já inclui o substantivo junto, certo? Não tem que falar ele de novo.
Others, yeah, se você, exatamente. É como um pronome, nossos pronomes possessivos,
nossos
right?
pronomes.
Mine, yours, hers,
Ok.
others aqui é um pronome que vai substituir o nome. Não
O
precisa colocar,
substantivo.
não precisa colocar people or cars ou qualquer outra coisa ali. Very well said. Glass,
Sim.
eu acho que reconheço a farmácia.
Ai, fugiu essa palavra.
Começou bem com I.
I think I recognize. No, I
Que chique!
Tem uma música, não é, tem uma música da Madonna que eu gosto muito, que é
Eu
Even the
sabia.
Devil Wouldn't
Assim que você falou
Recognize You.
recognize, eu sabia que era uma música. Falou bem como
Não,
se fosse uma
eu
música.
tenho música para todas as palavras que você pode imaginar. Assim, na minha cabeça.
Okay, so I think I
Então,
recognize. What do you
Pois é, nem me lembro, eu estava pensando tanto na palavra.
what do you recognize?
Então, não lembro.
You can make it up. What do you recognize?
That artista, já não sei mais também.
Okay, that artist. That works. That works. That artist.
Yes.
We'll just go with artist. Larissa.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. How would you say ontem meu amigo reconheceu a farmácia?
Yesterday, my friend recognized the pharmacy.
So just one little thing, nized. Em vez de
Nice.
nized.
Nice. Thank you, teacher.
Yes. Chris, cada vez que Paulo vem, ele reconhece a farmácia.
Every time that Paulo, how was this the whole sentence?
Cada vez que Paulo vem, ele reconhece a farmácia.
Okay. Every time that Paulo comes here, he recognizes the pharmacy.
Close. Very close.
Every time.
Remember, recognized is the past, but we're talking about he does it every time.
To recognize. Recognize. Just recognize.
No. Costume ou hábito. Vai ser simple
Are
present.
recognizing.
Not are recognizing. Daí
I know.
está reconhecendo.
Is it an habit?
Yes.
Okay.
E
And
a cada vez.
every time that Paulo comes here, he recognizes it.
Okay.
He recognizes.
Recognize is the past. So the key is
recognize.
wait. Qualquer tá errado, se não for esse.
Então, okay.
Okay. So, mas a chave é the key is when you said every time Paulo what?
Comes here.
Comes. Por que comes e não come?
Because it's he.
Because it's he. Então ele também reconhece como he. Oh!
Recognize this. Every time that Paulo comes here, he recognizes the drugstore.
Okay, so just one little thing with pronunciation. There's a G in the middle. Recognizes. No, rec with a C. Rec, like destruir. Recognizes. Recognizes.
Recognize it.
Yeah. So let's
recognizes.
There you go.
Okay.
Recognizes. So
recognizes.
Okay.
Let me see.
Recognizes.
Okay.
And the stress syllable is the first syllable. Recognizes. Oh, daí cortou. There we go. O que está falando quando você tira? Está falando recognizes, mas tem que deixar.
Okay. Recognizes.
There you go. Só que com tudo isso, a sílaba tônica é a primeira. Essa é difícil. Não tem que caprichar o som de G sem fazer de ag a sílaba tônica. Então é recognizes. Recognizes.
Recognize.
That's good. There you go. Okay. If that helps you remember, do it.
That's messing around.
That is messing around a little bit. Glass, how would you ask? A farmácia está aberta?
Is the pharmacy open?
Mm-hmm. How would you ask? A farmácia, ainda contigo, Glass, a farmácia abre nesse horário? Não se está aberto, mas se abre nesse horário.
Is the pharmacy se abre?
Yeah. So
Say, open or opened?
So, yeah. So, se fosse, se a farmácia está aberta, daí
Is
seria...
that pharmacy been open?
No?
No?
So, se fosse está aberta, seria is the pharmacy open, because open is the adjective, right? Agora, se a farmácia abre, de abrir, se a farmácia abre nesse horário, como é que nós vamos falar? Qual é o nosso verbo? What's the verb? What's the verb? The main verb, and is it weak or strong?
Ah, tem os dois aí, tem o open e o is. Agora o que que é? Sei lá.
Não tem is. Se abre, não tem está aberto. Você ainda está se agarrando no está aberto,
Open.
mas não está.
Is the pharmacy?
Oh, wait. Lá, vamos deixar assim primeiro.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
go ahead. So, Glass, what's the main verb?
Open.
Open. Is it weak or strong?
Weak.
Weak. So we need the help
Does.
of does. Go ahead.
Sério?
Now it's you. Yeah.
Does the pharmacy open?
Nesse horário.
Como é que é nesse horário? In this time? No, that this não
At,
sei.
right? With time, we use at.
At this time.
At this time. Yep.
Eu não posso falar, is the pharmacy open?
What does is the pharmacy open mean?
A farmácia está aberta?
A farmácia está aberta. É gramaticalmente correta. Farmácia
Está aberta.
está aberta, right? Só que a minha frase foi o quê? A farmácia abre. De abrir.
Tá, entendi.
Então.
Ok. Does the pharmacy open at that time?
Both sentences are grammatically correct, but they're saying two subtly different things. If it is open or if it opens, right? So no to be if we're talking about the verb to open.
Okay.
So probably in the second sentence, where it's early in the morning, right? Probably. If we're talking about a farmácia abre nesse horário. Agora, a farmácia está aberta, maybe it's late. Maybe it's 11 o'clock at night. We're like, is the pharmacy open? Okay, so it could be two completely different situations, possibly.
Okay.
All right, Larissa. Eu vou parar o carro e deixar vocês sair.
Ele tenta pegar a gente.
I will stop the car and I will let you go out.
Okay, I will let you out. In this case, the most common way that we say it is I will let you out.
I will let you
Very good.
out.
You can say I will let you go out, but we usually, to let someone out of the car is kind of like an expression that we use with cars. Let me out of the car. Let me out of the car. When you get in a fight, you know, you and your husband get in a fight and you're like, let me out of the car. I don't know if you do that. Val used to do that. She doesn't do it anymore because she drives. Val drives. So she says, get out of the car. Just kidding. So I will let you out, being out of the car. What we don't usually say.
Is it polite? Is it polite?
Yeah, it's polite, but it's normal. It's not, I mean, it's everyday language. Actually, it's normal. It's 100% normal. I think even in informal situations, you could say,
okay.
So you could use, I will let you out, or I will let you get out. So get out, sair de dentro de carro, de quarto. Get out. Sai daqui. Some. Get out.
Is it rude?
Well, it depends on how you say it, right? If I just say get out, it's very rude. Get out of here. Get out.
Get out here. Get out here.
Get outa. If you're gonna use the expression, it's usually get outa instead of out of. Of se torna como redução. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face.
Yeah. Very
Please,
rude.
get out here. Please, get out of here.
Even if you say please, it still sounds rude because
Is
it's
it
like
polite? Please.
no, it's not even with please. It's one of those things. It's like, please go to hell.
Oh my
So,
God.
even if you say
No.
please,
Oh my goodness.
even if you
What
say
hell?
please, it's still not polite. Even if you say please go to hell. I mean, it's there's no way to make it polite.
It is
I will
ironic.
let you out.
It's ironic, okay?
Okay, so I will let you get out. I will let you out.
How you let you? No, get out of here.
One thing I wanted to say, I will let you leave. We probably wouldn't say, even if the idea is, eu vou te deixar sair, right? Sair do carro. I will let you leave. It sounds like eu estou te prendendo. E eu estou te dando permissão para sair. So it's a little bit too much if we're talking about just getting out of a car. I'll stop the car, I'll let you out, right? So that
Willy, eu quero falar assim, para o carro. Willy, pode descer. Como que eu falo isso? Pode descer, sair do carro, nos diz sair do carro. Como é que eu falo educadamente?
you can get out. You can get out.
Ah, you can get out. Okay.
I always thought this idea of descer, I don't go down when I get out of a car. I get up, right? I'm sitting down and I stand up. So eu não desço de carro. Eu sempre achei essa coisa cultural brasileira bem estranha, porque eu nunca desci de carro.
Você não desce do carro, você sai do carro.
Eu me levanto quando eu saio do carro. Talvez se for caminhonete, um desses caminhonetes grandes, eu vou descer. Um ônibus, alguma coisa assim, mas de carro eu nunca desci.
Ok.
Não, eu estava sentado no teto para sabe, para descer.
Deve ter sido muito engraçado você, quando começou a aprender o português, entender
absolutely.
isso.
Yeah, absolutely.
Entendeu? Ok. Please.
In fact, I don't think I'm going to try this week. I'm going to try and use it, but I don't think I have ever said in my life, descer do carro. Você pode descer do carro, because it still sounds weird to me to say descer do carro. Where is the car? Huh?
Could you get out of my car, please?
I still didn't hear you, Glass, but I think you were
Could you?
I think you were me zoando. All right.
I was messing around, just messing around as you teach me.
Essas fotos lindas que eles tiram.
Ai, linda, olha a minha cara. A Larissa saiu bem,
That's concentration, Chris.
Chris
is concentrating.
Não, a minha cara tá assim.
Glaci está. Eu tô ficando linda. Olha.
Ai, professor, quem que tá tirando sarro?
Vou fazer o cabelo.
Quem que tá tirando sarro de quem aqui?
Hã?
Será que sou eu?
De quê?
I'm very.
Hello, Usuario31. Good evening. Having dinner, watching, guys. Thanks, Hoff. Watch out, Glaci. One of our Powerpuff Girls is being pushed by the invisible man against the chair. Yes, Glaci almost fell out of her chair.
Quase caí, percebe?
Boa noite, meu quarteto preferido. Professor, como diz, eu morei em Pernambuco por 10 anos, me atrapalho com o present perfect. So, o problema depende se você falar eu morei e não moro mais. Por exemplo, eu morei de 1990 até 2000. Daí seria I lived. Mas se você ainda morar, é aquela coisa, cadê o pezinho? Pezinho, Glaci. Tem o pezinho
I've lived here since...
No, not here. Here, onde é que ele está falando?
I've lived.
Se ainda morar.
I've lived.
Onde?
I've lived in São Paulo.
In Pernambuco was what his question was.
Rafael?
No,
Rafael?
Plínio. I've lived in Pernambuco for 10 years.
For 10 years.
So I think Rafael is going to say exactly what I said. I lived in Pernambuco for 10 years. No present perfect here. Unless you were still living in Pernambuco, then it would be I've lived in Pernambuco for 10 years. There you go.
Okay.
So Rafael gave him the skinny. Or you could use the present perfect continuous. I've been living in Pernambuco for 10 years. That also works. Chris is letting the cat out of the bag today. Married to a woman. There you go. Rafael thought that you were talking seriously too. Thanks, Rafael. Era sobre present perfect continuous que me atrapalho. Each time Paulo comes here instead of every time. Yeah, so each time would work. Yeah, every time just makes it absolutely clear that there have never been any times that it didn't happen. But in most cases, each time also does. So each time works too. Good question. E no caso, para dizer eu estou assistindo Netflix já faz umas 5 horas. So I've been watching Netflix for 5 hours because you still are. So there you go. I've been watched. Porque se present perfect continuous, você tem que colocar been mais o ing, o gerúndio. So I've been watching. Se você colocar I've been watched, eu tenho sido visto, ou seja, alguém está me procurando, o CIA está me olhando, está me vigiando. So I've been watched. Daí é completamente diferente do que I've been watching. Does the pharmacy, I remember the verb and forget to conjugate. I'll stop the car and let you out, or just let you out. If it was a bus, let you off. Off the bus, that works. I'll drop you at the drugstore, another informal way to say eu vou te deixar no drugstore. But it could be drop you off. Actually, I'll drop you at the drugstore is actually also used. So I'll drop you off at the drugstore, or I'll drop you at the drugstore. Some people actually say that. Please go jump in the lake, go fly a kite. Yes, get out of my face. Maybe the gorgeous guy kidnapped Bessie, then he will say, I'll let you leave. Remember the gorgeous guy? Hey, Rafael has like, he's watched so many of these classes that he has our whole running jokes about the gorgeous guy at the garage. Remember that guy, Glass?
A gorgeous guy kidnapped you, Glass.
So the gorgeous guy
mechanic in the garage.
No, remember, it wasn't the mechanic. You always say that it was a mechanic, but it was the gorgeous guy waiting for his car.
Ele vai querer me soltar, Rafa, mas eu não vou querer sair, não.
Opa!
Oh, my goodness.
1, 2, 3. All right. Very good, ladies. Thank you for being here. We will be back. We won't be back on Thursday. We'll be back next Monday for an hour and a half, starting at 6:30, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's start at 6:30. Somebody send me a freaking message at 6 so that I don't forget, please. Because like I said, I have class at the school from it's a face-to-face class I have at the school from 5 to 6. So then I have to come home and get online. So if you send me a message, I don't think I'll forget this time, because now in my mind I'll have that class connected to us starting early. But from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on Monday, a week from today. Thank you very much for watching us once again. Don't forget to give us your like and come back and see us again sometime. Thanks, Larissa, for being here, for joining us. Our guest student for today is Larissa. Until next time, I'm Teacher Willy. These are the Powerpuff Girls. Keep